I'm going to show you 3 exercises in which, if you practice them, it's going to level up your English speaking literally overnight. Most exercises in English speaking, which I've actually seen, which works, all come from books. And I've read over 15 books, 15 books, and 6 of them were communication books. Now, I could make a 50-minute long video and tell you each and every one of them and which one of them works, but I've bumped it down to literally three. Three of the most effective exercises for everyone. It doesn't matter whether you're a student, it does not matter whether if you're a working professional. Hell, it doesn't even matter if you're a non-native speaker. All of these exercises can help anyone, no matter what their level is. So not wasting any more time, let me just start off by saying welcome back. So without wasting any time, let me just begin by saying the first and the most important one. This is generally for non-native speakers. It's to think in English. How many of us have watched so much people who speak amazing English? My mentors, my friends, hell, even me. And all of my friends ask me, like, what's the main reason why you speak very well? And something which I've never thought of is the most practical advice is I just think in English. I don't think in my native language. I don't translate in my head. So whenever you try to think, whenever you try to speak English, try to think in English itself. It does not matter if you're going to do it slow. What's important is that you build a practice in order for you to become faster and more effective at it. You'll feel like it's very time consuming and it's just better off translating, but when you progress, it's not going to be effective then. Imagine you're in an interview and you need to take so much time to first think in your language and then translate it into English. It's not practical at all. The second tip which I can give is to reenact scenarios. Now, this is a little bit personal for me. Anyone can do this, but I think people on the younger generation will appeal to this exercise a little bit more. Basically, it's to reenact. Now, I remember when I first watched Peaky Blinders, I first started talking in a very British tone, and it helped. No matter how cringe it was, it helped. Hell, even if you like watching someone like Andrew Tate, or whether if you like watching someone like Jordan Peterson or Joe Rogan, all of these people, try to talk like them. How do they speak? Try copying their phrases. Try copying some things which you think you can instill in your vocabulary as well. So try doing that. Try doing this when you're alone, though. You don't want your friends to think that, you know. Anyway, the third tip which I can give you, I saved the best for last, but this thing you can apply immediately. Now, this turns to every single person, no matter what level they are, whether it be A1, whether it be C1, anyone can do this and they can still improve. It is to read aloud. Let's say that you have a book. It should be in English because we're not teaching any other language here. Let's say that's an English book. Now, it could be a book which you read, whether if it's be fiction or whether if you're practicing just for speaking. Let's say that you're reading a book. Let's take the book Atomic Habits, for example. So let's say that I read the book. Many people think they lack motivation when what they really lack is clarity. It is not always obvious when and where to take action. Some people spend their entire lives waiting for the right time to be right to make an improvement. Now, I want you to read it like that. After you finish reading a few pages in your mind, spend 2 minutes to try and read one paragraph out loud. One thing which I always say is no teacher on earth knows you better than you know yourself. So after you read it out loud, you'll feel like, I sure have improved that a little bit better. And you read it once again. Until you feel it's perfect, then you keep repeating and repeating and repeating. If you do this for at least 5 minutes a day, then I guarantee you, you will see a change literally overnight. I highly recommend that book. That's a very sick book. So, overall, the 3 important points which I gave was to read aloud, to reenact scenarios, and to think in English. Remember, all of these tips do not vary depending on your level in English. Whatever your level is, these 3 tips completely work. I use this. Hell, you can use it too. So, make sure that you practice this as soon as possible. Only then you can start being an effective communicator so that you can get what you want in life. But until then, I think I'll see you guys next time. Take care and read a book from time to time. Bye bye.